Hi kids, welcome to our science lesson. Unit 6, Plants. Topic, different yet similar. Before we start, let us look at the content standard, learning standard, and learning objective for this lesson. Content standard 6.1 Parts of plants. Learning standard 6.1.3 Make generalization that different plants may have same parts. 6.1.4 Explain observations about parts of plants using sketches, ICT, writing or verbally. Learning objective. By the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to make conclusion that different plants may have same parts and explain parts of a plant. Let's refresh our knowledge on the characteristics of parts of plants that you have learned. The first part is flower. There are plants with flower and plants without flower. So plant with flower we call as flowering plant, and plant without flower we call it as non-flowering plant. Next, stem. Types of stem. There are two types of stems, woody stem and non-woody stem. This is woody stem and this is non-woody stem. Next is the leaf. Type of leaf vein. There are two types of leaf vein, which are netted veins and parallel veins. This is netted vein and this is parallel veins. Next, types of root. There are two types of root. There are taproot and fibrous root. This is taproot and this is fibrous root. I hope you still remember all the characteristics of different parts of the plants. In this lesson, we have two activities. Let us look at the activity 1. What plants are these? Are they the same plants? This is rose plant and this is hibiscus plant. Are they the same plant? No, they are different plants. Observe and identify similar parts of the following plants. You have to observe and identify the similar parts in rose plant and hibiscus plant. Look at the rose plant. The rose plant has a flower. Now look at the hibiscus plant. The hibiscus plant also has flowers. So, both rose plant and hibiscus plant have flower. So, we write flower here. We write like this. We write the flower in this box and the box is connected with a line to a rose flower and a line to a hibiscus flower. Next, let's look at the leaf. Let's look at the leaf of the rose plant. The rose plant has leaf with netted vein, and the hibiscus plant also has leaf with netted vein. So we write netted leaf veins in this box. Now let us look at the stem. Look at the rose plant's stem. Rose plant has woody stem. And how about the hibiscus? The hibiscus plant also has woody stem. So we write woody stem here. We write like this, woody stem in this box. Now look at the root. Look at the rose plant's root. Rose plant has taproot, and the hibiscus plant also has taproot. So we write taproot in this box. We write like this, taproot. Now find a conclusion from this activity. How to make a conclusion? You have to remember our lesson. First, are they the same plant? No, they are not. They are different plants. But they have similar parts, which are flower, netted leaf veins, woody stem, and taproot. So we write conclusion like this. Rose and hibiscus are different plants, but they have similar parts, which are flower, netted leaf veins, woody stem, and taproot. We can make a general conclusion from activity 1. The conclusion is, there are different plants that have similar parts. I hope you understand. Task for activity 1. Do exercise in your science activity book, page 39. Before you start, please write the date. Know the parts of plants. Name the characteristics of the following parts of plants. There are two plants here, Frangipani and Ixora plant. Look at the first part. Look at the first part. What is this? This is flower. Both Frangipani and Ixora plant have flower. So you write flower in this box. Look at this. Look at the leaf. What type of leaf? And look at the stem. What type of stem? And look at the root. What type of root? They have taproot. So you write here taproot. And then complete the sentence below. Frangipani and Ixora plants have similar parts, which are, you have to list all the similar parts in the space here. You can find the answer from the boxes that you have filled. Next, activity 2. You have to tell me a story. The title for this story, My Rose Plant. Instruction, observe the rose plant. Tell me the characteristics of this plant. What you have to do first is, you have to write the name of the plant. This is a rose plant. Then you look at the characteristics of the rose plants. For example, this plant has a flower. This plant has leaf with netted veins. And how about the stem? Then you can write, the stem of the plant is woody. And how about the root? The type of root is taproot. You can write like this. This is a rose plant. This plant has flower. This plant has leaf with netted veins. The stem of the plant is woody. The type of root is taproot. Task for Activity 2. Do exercise in your science activity book, page 40. Write the date today. My orchid plant. Observe the orchid plant. Complete the story on the characteristics of this plant. Look at the plant, then complete the story. This is an what plant? This plant has what? This plant has what veins? The stem of the plant is what? Look at the stem. What type of stem? Then the type of root is, then you have to write in the space provided here based on the characteristic of this plant. That's all for our lesson today. Thank you. Bye.